When's the last time you told your kids to stop leaving the lights on in the house? Or how about leaving the fridge open too long and letting all the cold air out? How about when there's a heat wave and it's 103 degrees outside and you can't afford to keep the air conditioning at the temperature you want it and you simply tolerate the heat? What if there was a way you could stop worrying about leaving the lights on or what temperature you keep the house at and start focusing on what makes you happy? Well, today, millions of homeowners are making this a reality by choosing to cut the cord with their old, expensive, and outdated method of powering their home and start using the most affordable and dependable energy source known to man, the one we can all afford, the sun. The best part is that the sun doesn't discriminate and is available to everyone, no matter what the size their bank account may look like. All that's needed is a way to convert that power into usable electricity we rely on every day. That's where solar comes in. Solar allows us to use electricity how we want, when we want, as much as we want. This means no more big summer power bills, no more power outages, and no more surprises. But, you might be saying, doesn't solar cost a lot of money to put on my house? While in the past you used to be right, solar in recent years has become the most affordable energy source due to improved technology, government subsidies, and popular demand. Now going solar is simply a matter of taking the money you would have spent on electricity anyway and replacing it with solar power, which takes care of your electricity needs, qualifies you for incentives, and lets you use power how you want to. It's just like when you cut the cord with your satellite cable provider because streaming services like Hulu or Netflix were more affordable and gave you more options. Many people are choosing to cut the cord with their utility company and are saving thousands of dollars each year with solar power. But there's a big problem. Utility companies have been lobbying against solar providers for decades now, trying to stop homeowners like you from having the freedom to choose how they produce electricity. And why? Well, in the following study, we'll find out. A recent report from the IRRCI looked into the lobbying efforts of the US's 25 largest utilities and found that over the last 4 years, these giant companies spent $400 million in lobbying, and to a certain degree, they've been mildly successful. Let me explain. 10 years ago, you used to be able to produce extra electricity with your solar panels above your energy needs and actually sell that extra power back to the utility company and make a profit, not just a credit on your bill like today. In the past, you used to also receive a 50% tax credit for your solar panels, but utility companies have worked with politicians and lobbyists to bring that number down to 26% in 2020, 22% in 2021, and completely eliminate it in 2022. This is just another example of what happens when one company has too much power and control over people. They can increase rates, tack on fees, and charge ridiculous prices that we are forced to pay unless we go solar. That being said, there are even certain locations in the US, like areas of Nevada, where utility companies have refused to let new customers get solar and are making it almost impossible to make the switch. So the question on everyone's mind is this: if utility companies are fighting against people going solar so hard, is it any wonder why most people think solar is still expensive? Well, you already know the answer. These corporations are the driving force behind the message of solar is for the rich, and they're the single biggest reason why more people don't go solar. Because when you start going solar, you stop paying them their inflated prices and you start having a say in how you power your home again. They lose your business and will do whatever it takes to keep you from knowing the truth about solar. Only you can make the choice to become independent from the utility monopoly and stand up for your ability to use energy how you want to. Next up, you can learn about how to future-proof your home and protect yourself from power outages. Or you can speak to one of our solar support assistants to find out if solar is right for your home. Picture this: the power goes out at your home right now, and you hear on the news that it's going to be out until the next day. Your kids are in a panic as you look around the house for some old candles and a flashlight, and you check to see if your food in the refrigerator has gone bad, even though it's only been a few hours. It's dark, you have no Wi-Fi, and all you can think about for the rest of the night is when the power comes back on. What are you going to do in this situation? You can go to sleep and hope that when you wake up the power will be back. You can post about it on Facebook and see what everyone else is doing. Let's say the situation gets even worse and the power is expected to be out for the next 24 hours or more. What are you going to do? Well, in the US, the average home goes without power for around 3.6 full days in a given year. That's not to speak of the millions of customers where their utility company went out for multiple days on end in California and in many parts of the world. This is leaving tens of millions of customers looking for more reliable sources of energy to feel more secure that these situations won't happen to them. This is where solar is the most reliable and dependable energy source for your home, because it relies on the most reliable energy in the world, the sun. Not only is it the most reliable, with your home having backup power exactly when you need it, but you also don't even have to think about it. You can be truly minding your own business, have the grid go out, and not even be aware there was a power outage to begin with. This is just one of the many reasons why over 2.1 million people have switched to solar. And with this trend, new technologies have emerged that make it truly possible for the first time in history to be independent from the utility company and to protect your biggest asset, your home. Click the button on this video to get multiple quotes for your home and speak with our solar support assistants about our off-grid battery solutions for your home.